Collective, it's Relational, Sparking the Self with another astrological energy forecast. This will be for the week of July 8th to the 14th of 2024, with the corresponding chakra being the third eye. Thank you for clicking on to my video. If you are a returning member, subscriber, or viewer, welcome back, Soul Family. It's good to see you guys again. I hope you are doing well. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Please make sure you hit that little notification bell so that way you get notified of all uploaded content. Aspiraltotheself Self channel offers weekly astrological energy forecasts, such as this one, as well as intuitively led collective tarot readings for certain planetary aspects, as well as daily motivational shorts of messages from your higher self. Please keep in mind that Aspire to the Self channel and videos are for entertainment purposes only, that myself and the channel and the business are not responsible for what a viewer decides to do with the information they receive from these videos, okay? But I'm also the author V. Ulrich of both fairy tales in my hand here, The Princess and Her Inner Voice, and The Dark High Priestess and the Prophecy of the Queen of the Unseen. The Princess and Her Inner Voice is a fairy tale written for children about their intuition, what it is, and how it speaks to them, and how if they listen to it, it can help them to overcome all obstacles, help them to heal from all traumas, as well as get them to their happy ending in whichever way that looks for them. It's a very self-love and self-worth based fairy tale. As well as The Dark High Priestess and the Prophecy of the Queen of the Unseen. This is a fairy tale written for adults about healing and overcoming from spiritual warfare and narcissistic abuse from family, lovers, and friends, as well as how to keep that inner flame lit despite any adversity you may be going through or any experiences such as the dark night of the soul, okay? And how you are never alone and you will always have a choice, okay? That there's benevolent beings out there that are just waiting for you, okay, to give them permission to help you to fulfill your soul's purpose in this lifetime. Both of these fairy tales can be found on online retailers such as Amazon, Walmart, and Barnes & Noble, just to name a few, okay? And they're both written in the Bard format, so think Dr. Seuss meets Grimm's fairy tales. They are written and illustrated in such a way to heal and appeal to your inner child as you read them, okay? They're very short, they're very sweet, they make you feel good, and they inspire hope. The Princess and Her Inner Voice is in its second edition print, which means that the autographed first edition, as well as my products, can be found on my website, which is www.aspiraltotheself.com. All the information will be in the description box below for your convenience, okay? Please keep in mind that this is my only YouTube channel, okay? So if you see this video anywhere else other than under the handle of Aspiraltotheself, please report and block it because it is not me, okay? As well as in the description box below, you will have a link to all my social medias and platforms so that way you do not get scammed by people or pages pretending to be me. So as always, I'm going to begin this forecast with a prayer because I do channel a little bit as I do this, so it's not just me decoding and deciphering. I do pull some tarot cards and things like that. So it's good to have that spiritual practice, that spiritual hygiene of having a prayer, setting your intentions before you get started. That's why I do that. In case you were wondering, I call upon God, I call upon Banja, I call upon Great Goddess Morgan, the Trinity Three, Lu, the Archangels, my ancestors, and the seen unseen. Please only allow this reading what I call upon, which is high vibrational energy and frequency. If any lower vibrational entities, beings, or energies try to come through, I ask that you block, bind, and blind, and immediately return to sender, which I give you full consent to intervene and to intercede on my behalf in whichever way you deem fit. If any try to abuse technology in any kind of way by screenshotting or trying to astral project, open a portal, remote your be monitoring spirit in the set, the past, the present, or the future, I ask that you block, bind, and blind, and immediately return to sender, which I give you full consent to hold them accountable and bring them to justice. Please provide me with clear and concise messages of what you would like the collective to know. Please protect me, this video, the channel, and the viewers as I deliver this divinely guided message. Any curses, hexes, evil eye, let they be dissolved, transmuted, and intervened by the All-High. The sender's mask be ripped off. They'll be unable to hide. All their lies, deceit, and ill intentions will become exposed and publicly known. Okay, collective. Okay, so I hope you guys are doing well. Happy 4th to those who reside in the United States, because I'm filming this on the 5th. So happy 4th to you guys. I hope you guys are spending time, with people that you trust, that you love, that are for your highest vibration and good, okay, as well as taking time to practice some self-care and to make sure that you don't get depleted, okay, don't overextend yourself. So I hope you guys are doing well. As stated in the last forecast, like July is really just a time of, especially with Saturn going retrograde, it's really a time of karmic lessons, and those karmic lessons have to do with self-worth, okay, as well as healing the subconscious. So during this time, it's going to be really, really heavy. And if you notice, my tarot readings that I post are there's not necessarily a set schedule to them. There used to be, however, I give the messages as you need them. And considering there's a lot of messages going on in regards to these lessons, I try to give them to you before those lessons are predicted to happen astrologically. Okay, so that's why I do that. Because I feel, I'm very, very dedicated and devoted to you guys, and I want you to be able to put your best foot forward as you go about, being further along in your soul purpose, being in your journey, and I want to set you up for success. I'd rather you have the information you need before you need it than you get to the day and you struggle, okay? Because we can make good, clear, and concise decisions. It really helps when you have a heads up, as well as, providing with guidance, because maybe your third eye or your crown chakra is not completely open yet. You're working on doing that. You're working on heightening your vibration like everyone else in the collective that's being called to do so, and you just need that additional guidance, okay? You can set that intention, that prayer for your phone to have it only give to you the highest of good and the highest of light and what your guides want you to know, okay? Like the whole, I think the movie was Evan Almighty, when he bespelled his phone to give him all the messages. You can set intentions and prayers like that for your own phone, where things that happen on your social media are only positive and uplifting, that give you the guidance that you need. You do the same thing with YouTube. You don't always have to watch or listen filth, okay? It's all about the vibration. Thoughts have weight, okay? So you can set that intention. You can definitely ask, and if this is appearing on your feed, or if you had some inkling to click on it, then maybe you are here for a reason, and that there's something in this forecast that you need to know, okay? That's why we're all here, okay? So I hope I can provide you with some guidance that you need, and maybe spark some ideas, because we do have that Jupiter and Gemini on how you can have luck in expanding in your life in whichever way that you are trying to expand, okay? So what we need to know is that, one, this is going to be for the week of July 8th to the 14th of 2024. Okay, but before we discuss the overall weekly theme energies, we're going to discuss the overall energies as far as retrogrades. So retrogrades last for a certain span of time. Okay, they go on in the background despite what happens on the day-to-day and the week-to-week, okay? So we have Pallas in retrograde until July 10th, okay? So Pallas is going to station direct this week. And when Pallas was in retrograde, it was using our emotional intelligence to stay in our personal power of integrity, okay? As well as providing the optimism for inventive solutions for more freedom and uncovering secrets to bring justice. I've went to death over this every single week, and since it's going direct, I'm just saying that Pallas is the goddess Athena. Goddess Athena is, the hunter, the has wisdom, but also the war strategy. Think before boots are on ground, Athena's up there, figuring out the battle strategy. So when Pallas is in retrograde, it's rewinding things, just like all retrogrades. It's a rewind before you can move forward. Okay, there's something that's there that needs to happen or that you need to be aware of. And essentially, Pallas retrograde was putting the right people in the right places at the right time to bring justice. And you receive justice as long as you were standing in your personal power of integrity. And what does that mean? That means doing what is right even when no one's watching, okay? And I give this example just because of the collective tarot readings. A prime example of this is watching other people try to bully, harass, or hurt another individual and standing up to that. Speaking up to that, be like, yo, it's not right. What the fuck you doing? Who the fuck raised you? How old are you, right? We don't do this. We're too old for this. You're acting like a child, okay? Or if you see something, say something, if you're seeing a whole plot go down on how someone was trying to, unalive or hurt or steal from another individual, you report that shit, because you would want that to be done if the situation was reversed. Right? Okay. Or the people that you kiki with, that you were, cool with, that you're friends with, you find yourself out of alignment with these individuals, meaning that you and your vibration and your consciousness is a lot higher than theirs all of a sudden, and they're no longer in alignment with you, and you don't go along with what they do. Maybe they got more low vibrational and you've got more high vibrational, and that happens, and it's perfectly normal, okay? We're not all supposed to be on each other's path for the entire duration of our lives, okay? Believe it or not, you have karmic soul contracts here, which teach you lessons. You have soul contracts, period, of people you are supposed to meet at a specific time to aid you in some kind of way or to push you in the direction you need to go in, okay? Not everything happens by chance. You know, they say that there's no such thing as coincidence, okay? Everything happens in accordance to divine plan and divine timing. So, you know, the little interactions you have, those are, you know, depending upon what they are. You know, I give you an example for me. I went to a convention where I met a man who talked to me about the books he wrote and, you know, sparking stories of my own, and him telling me that he would love to sit down with me and write my stories, which then prompted me to write my books, and then I published them a year later. Things like that. People being put on your timeline for a specific purpose and a specific task, okay? And we're not, you know, like, think of it like a spiritual way station. We get what we need and we go, okay? That's majority of the interactions you have. You're not necessarily supposed to be in every single person's life that comes across your path the entire life, okay? You're not going to always be in alignment with these individuals. You're not going to be on the same vibrations, which is perfectly okay. As you heighten your vibration, you attract the people who are of that vibration as you, okay? Meaning, like, if you're a higher vibration, you're not going to feel comfortable or want to be around people who are low vibration, okay? You're going to cut the cords, you're going to distance yourself, you're going to want bigger and better things, right? So that's what this is: personal power of integrity, standing firm in what you believe in and holding your truth despite who you're around, what's going on, what environment you're in, okay? And then, like I said, uncovering secrets and bringing justice, okay? The right people being in the right place at the right time. You know, like, say, for instance, this is for the collective tarot readings that I've had, that you've had judges or cops or undercover agents or investigators or, you know, people in the court system or notaries or things like that were bribed to look the other way by people forged documents to try to steal something from you or set you up or try to get you in trouble with the law or legal system in some kind of way. There's going to be a new face at the right time, the right place. He's going to uncover what was done and it's going to bring you justice. But it's only if you stood up in your personal power of integrity, meaning the moment someone crossed your boundaries, you addressed it and you went on your way, right? And so Pallas is going direct, which means everything that needs to be set up in the background has been set up and justice is coming, okay? So do not be surprised if you see it happen a lot in the collective. Say, we've been seeing it with celebrities, we've been seeing it with politicians, you know, we've been seeing it with prominent members of our communities, okay? You're gonna be seeing it more now because the right people were in the right place at the right time. The battlefield in the background has been set up, okay? So if there's any kind of war to bring about justice, it's ready and it's ready to go, okay? Then we have Pluto retrograde, which is going to be retrograde until October 29th. This is committing to our inner transformation, okay? Pluto is about a transformation, following our passions and transforming, you know, becoming better. But then you've got the Aquarius sign, which is the revolutionary, the humanitarian. So that's trying to revolutionize our lives, okay? We undergo some kind of transformation with our minds, our thought patterns, our vibrations, you know, eating healthier, putting ourselves in a healthier environment, you know, being around people who are of our vibration, who are of like mind with us, not just hanging out with anybody and everybody or allowing anyone and everyone into our energetic field, being around us, okay? Like I said, taking better care of our bodies, you know, our minds, you know, being mindful of what we watch, what we listen to, who we listen to, things like that, being very dedicated to being essentially the best versions of ourselves. And then you have Ceres retrograde, which will be in retrograde until October 25th. This is letting go of attachments with the past so we can move forward, okay? So this with Saturn, with Pallas, it goes hand in hand. I mean, they all go hand in hand if you truly think about it, like being committed to raising your consciousness, standing in your personal power, Then letting go of, any kind of attachments that you had that were preventing your forward movement. Then you got Saturn retrograde, which was like learning the karmic lessons of self-worth. Then you have Neptune retrograde, which is like the truth being exposed to you. If there was any mask on any person, or if there was any kind of illusions, it's gone. Like you knew all these things that you needed to know so you can move forward, right? It has to do with people, places, and things that are no longer in alignment with you, and you being dedicated to being the best version of yourself, which means not everybody can come with you, not everybody can sit at your table. Okay. So Saturn retrograde is we learn the lesson from these people that we let go of, that are no longer in alignment with our vibration, okay, and we are moving forward. They're not living rent-free in our minds anymore. We're not caring about them. We're not dwelling on the past. The past stays in the past. We are moving forward, and we're dedicated to doing so. Saturn retrograde, okay, is going to be retrograde until November 14th. This is karmic lessons to bring subconscious healing, okay, but these karmic lessons are all around self-worth. So what is a karmic lesson? Again, so karmic individuals are people who follow you from a past life, who you both have something to teach the other, and it typically comes about through pain, okay? A disappointment, a betrayal, an upset, could be like the villain in your story kind of way, okay? But somebody who hurts you, upsets you, disappoints you, things like that. And these are people from your past that, or a person, it could be people or just a person, okay, from your past that you had to let go of because to keep them around impeded on your self-worth, okay? My nose is really itching, so someone really needs to hear this because my nose only itches when I'm really tapped in, and like somebody really needs to hear what I have to say, and my nose is driving me nuts. Like it's killing me not to just scratch my face. I like to scratch my face. I'm trying so hard, guys, okay? I'm bearing through it because I'm a fighter, okay? But these karmic lessons are all about self-worth, okay? Whoever was around that we got rid of, that we were healing from, that we stood in our personal power, we had boundaries with, okay, is going to come back around to make sure that we understand that we know our worth, that we love ourselves, and we know our worth, and we're not going to be around people, places, or things that make us feel unworthy, okay, that try to hurt us in some kind of way, or try to foster codependency, or essentially just benefited from us not having self-worth, okay? Think of that. People who want us to be a doormat that thought they could use and abuse us. It's going to come back around. You're going to have this lesson because it's to ultimately provide you with healing your subconscious mind. Okay, knowing that you are worthy of happy, healthy relationships, knowing that you are worthy of, having food on your table and, living the life that you are supposed to live, whether that means people, family, friends, or lovers can't come with, okay? It's your life, okay? I'm not going to say you only get one life because I don't believe that to be true, but you get this life. Right? And it's yours to live how you want to live it. And if other people are stuck in the past, or they don't want to grow, they don't want to evolve, they don't want to be held accountable, they want to stay in the muck, they want to keep things the same, let them. You do not have to stay there with them, even though they may try, right? Because they got accustomed, they got comfortable. And the universe is saying you don't have to be there with them. You can have bigger and better. And typically when we have like a karmic lesson, we get a gain from it when we learn it. Okay, so that's saying no pain, no gain, that applies to Saturn retrograde when it comes to the karmic lessons. You get a little pain, but if you learn from it and you decide to learn and grow and evolve from it instead of getting bitter and angry and like harboring that resentment, you get a gain. And for a lot of you, it's a big gain, okay? Lump sum good karma that you've earned and that you deserved. And I'm getting, what I've been picking up on intuitively is that these people that are coming back to you, they've been getting lump sum bad karma, okay? Because 2024 is the year of karmic balance, balancing the scales of Mayat, okay? The Egyptian goddess that keeps things in balance, things like those, the scales, okay? If you were putting out a lot of bad energy and you were doing a lot of bad things to people, places, or things, you're reaping that life. But if you were doing good, okay, you were doing good for yourself, good for others, you were standing in your personal power of truth and integrity, okay, you're being authentically you, you're getting lump sum good karma, okay? But these people's lives are shit, and they're mad at you for your life not being shit because they wanted your life to be shit. They did things in the background to make your life shit because they didn't think that you deserved or earned or were worth this new beginning, this new period where you're happy, healthy, you're thriving, maybe even wealthy, okay? You may be having, you may be expanding in your life financially, okay? You're coming up out of the depths, and these people want you to be back in the depths because they didn't want you to ever get this far, and you're this far. And so they want to come back around and try to make you feel bad about it. Don't. Okay, this is the karmic lesson. Then you have Neptune retrograde, which will be in retrograde until December 6th, which of 2024. Neptune retrograde, which this plays into last year and every year. Neptune retrograde from 2023, when the veil was lifted, the truth was exposed, you saw who to cut out of your life. That's going to play into that Saturn retrograde energy. You saw who to cut out of your life. You're presented with that karmic lesson last year. You cut them out, and then now you're happy, you're thriving. You've had some kind of level up in your life. Okay, and these people have had a level down. Okay, and this year is just like a repeat of every year. You're going to see if there's any illusions. Illusions are lies, or it could be witchcraft trying to, cloud your judgment, make you not be able to see things like that. Any kind of illusion, projection, lie, it's going to be exposed. And this particular year and this planetary alignment, it's going to be exposed to us in our intuitions and our dreams. So definitely pay attention to your dreams. Definitely pay attention to your intuition anytime you see any kind of synchronicity, anytime you get any kind of promptings, like you just know things, right? Pay attention to it because someone's mask is coming off in front of you. A lie's being exposed, okay? You're going to have clear vision. You're going to be able to see things for what they are and not what somebody else wants you to see them, okay? So, overall, the weekly overall energies, and I am going to pull cards during this because I decided to do it this way instead of the other way. Change is natural and good, and yes, it can hurt, okay? So we have the background energies, that is the retrograde energies that plays into effect for a long period of time, depending upon the planet, okay? But then we have the weekly energies, like the aspects, like sextiles, squares, trines, okay? And how they form things like a yod or a cradle or a rectangle or a T-square, things like that. And because of the planetary aspects, how with certain planets, it can last for days, it can last hours, it can last minutes, okay? Or it can last a longer period of time. So that's why I'm going to do the weekly energies. It'll make it more fluid for you, so that way you know what the background energies are. Now you're going to know what this whole week's theme's about, okay? And then I'm going to go into the each and every day that I typically do. So overall, all week, there's going to be a stressful situation, okay, that's going to play out each and every day, and it's going to slowly gain momentum each and every day. Okay, where we are initiating changes in order to be further along in our soul's purpose. However, our reputation of being healed or being a healer or, isolating, being a homemaker may cause us stress with interacting with others, okay? We will have the drive and courage to be very diplomatic during these exchanges. Diplomacy is like a big thing this week, as well as being our authentic selves, but also the whole, Pluto and Aquarius energy of, going through that transformation, trying to heighten our vibration, so that way we can attract versus chase. We can, co-create with the divine is a big theme this week. But, we're going to have obstacles when it comes to karmic lessons and our self-worth and, balancing out our shadow side. Okay, that's a big thing for this week. So Spirit, tell us, what kind of stress will the collective experience this week when it comes to being healed or being a healer? What kind of stress will the collective experience being healed or being a healer when interacting with others? What kind of stress, Spirit? Okay, so we have achievement. So you achieving healing yourself. Or you could be a healer, you could be a light worker, you could be, somebody who does Reiki, or you could be a nurse, a doctor, some kind of technician, okay, in the medical field, whatever your calling is, okay? But, you're trying to be further along in your soul's purpose. And you have a reputation of achieving, getting a reward for healing yourself in some kind of way. Okay, and this may cause you stress with interacting with others. Okay, because why? Because you're getting prosperity and abundance for being in alignment. All your chakras are being in alignment. Again, I told you that. And then what do we have after that? We have, because the people that are coming towards you may have experienced some kind of decrease in their life. So what we have going on here is the stress you may have is that, you know, you're moving on, you're just keeping on moving on, right? Trying to get further along in your soul purpose, okay? And you having this reputation of being healed, of, you know, having this achievement, healing yourself, being a healer, okay, getting some kind of reward of prosperity because you've balanced your chakras out, okay, may cause you stress with dealing with other people, you know, bitter Bens, bitter Bonnies, okay, that are upset because they're having some kind of decrease in their life and they see you moving on and up, okay. But know that you will have the drive and courage to be very diplomatic during these exchanges with people, okay. Now, from July 8th through July 12th, we're going to be undergoing a passionate transformation to revolutionize our lives through healing emotionally from our relationships. However, we may feel that we cannot be our most authentic selves in order to bring the stability to the situation. You know, you may not, when you deal with other people, okay, when it says you're trying to heal emotionally in your relationships, okay, so relationships with partners, with family, with friends, work colleagues, whoever, whatever kind of relationships you're trying to heal emotionally from, you may feel like you can't be your most authentic self, or being your most authentic self wouldn't bring the full stability that you're looking for, okay? However, know that our dreams and visions will provide us ideas and mystical ways on how to overcome this struggle. So Spirit, tell us why the collective feels they cannot be their most authentic self in order to heal in relationships. Why does the collective feel that they cannot be their most authentic self in order to heal emotionally? So this has to do with kindred partnerships, equal give and take in healing, okay? And healing, and then it says at the bottom of the deck, sensitivity and strength, having the force within. So it's just essentially, we have a whole Neptune retrograde, the veil is lifted, the truth is exposed. You're not, as well as another person, is not going to be able to hide how they feel about you, or how you feel about each other, okay? And that you need to be yourself, okay? So kindred partnerships could be romantic, it could be like long-term friendships, it could be partnerships, okay? I mean, there's a couple in this that would obviously indicate romantic, okay? But bringing healing to partnerships, where you're going to have to go within and get that little inner strength there, spank your inner moppet of what's making you feel less than, or that you can't be who you are, okay? That like they're not gonna like who you truly are. You're gonna have to get over that, okay? Because your dreams and visions are gonna provide the ideas on how you can be your most authentic self and how you can heal these relationships, okay? I'm getting that these are past people as well, because it does say we're healing in our relationship. So you wouldn't heal with a new person. You're healing from an old person. So being yourself, you know, being your fully divine or fully authentic self here, okay? You're going to be that, and you're going to be that healing light, despite if if your light irritates this person from your past demons, okay? Like I said, they're not going to be able to hide from your shadow. When people say your light irritates their demons, it means that like you just being you, which this could be definitely what like I'm picking up on, what astrologically is going on. You just being you may illuminate someone's shadow, areas that they need to heal, okay? And it irritates their demons to the point where they want to like confront you. They want to lash out at you because they don't want to deal with that part of themselves. But your whole purpose is to shed light on the areas that they need to heal, okay? Because that's what happens when we interact with people, okay? We interact with people that are in alignment with us, and people are a mirror of us, meaning they mirror to us what we need to heal in ourselves, okay? And you are that mirror, and you're gonna be shedding a light on this person from your past, okay, in order to heal the relationship. And you're just being called to tap into that inner force within, have some strength, and be yourself, okay? That you're gonna be provided with ideas on how to do this effectively, okay? Then we have also during this time period, except it's going to be from July 8th to July 11th, this is going to be where we are initiating changes in order to be further along in fulfilling our soul's purpose. And our curiosity will be sparked during conversations on the ways to expand financially. okay? The messages we receive during these conversations may be draining, okay? It may make you not want to invest further in the conversation. However, we will be very diplomatic in order to navigate these conversations to further our stability. So again, you're going to be asking a lot of questions. You know, someone's going to say something to you, and it could be the kindred partnership, or it could be a different conversation where someone's going to say something and it's going to spark your curiosity. It's going to ignite that intuitive spark within you, and then you're going to start asking questions because you're going to go, oh, okay, this is going to benefit me financially in some kind of way. I'm going to be able to expand. But you know, the conversation may be draining. Like typically, if you go back and forth and you ask a lot of questions, it can be very draining. Spirit, tell us the ways that the collective is going to get ideas to expand financially. July 8th to the 11th. What are the ways the collective is going to? By cleansing yourself, being in attunement, okay, in order to keep things the same. So we're going to be initiating changes to essentially cleanse, have spiritual hygiene, you know, one, practicing self-care, having rest, be mindful of what you put in your body, drinking your water, okay, smudging your space, taking the ritual bath, just, you know, being mindful of who's in your energy, okay, not letting everyone have access to you, okay, and that's to keep things the same. So you're trying to initiate changes to, you know, to expand in your life, and to do that, you just essentially, you're going to have your intuition spark during these conversations on further ways you can cleanse, further ways that you can be in alignment or be attuned to what it is that you're trying to do or what you're trying to manifest, okay? And even though these people whoever you're talking to can be draining, because like I said, back and forth, asking a lot of questions can be draining. You may not want to invest in the conversation anymore, but it will be worthwhile, and you will have that little diplomatic, that whole diplomatic approach to it. Then from July 10th to the 14th, there will be an intense energy to confront a wound stemming from our reputation of being healed through isolating from others that needs to be alchemized, and taking the actions to turn our pain into power through our diplomatic disposition to bring healing to our relationships. Again, so this kind of goes hand in hand earlier in the week, okay, where someone doesn't like that you've healed. And this is also because you isolated from others. So that means you may be ghosted. You may be, you know, like, because people are fucking adults. You don't owe anybody an explanation. You don't, okay? People know what they do. Especially if it's like blatant shit, like lying, like slandering, defaming, theft, things like that. Betrayal, like people know what they did. You don't need to give them an explanation. Family, lover, or friend, okay? You may have ghosted. You go, oh, okay, I see you for what you did. Cut, you know, like, bye bitch, you know, like things like that. And you may have went into isolation for a little bit because maybe you realize that literally your entire circle of friends or your entire family or the people essentially that were all around you were snakes, that like nobody had your highest intention or good for you, and you isolated. You're like, fuck it, like I'm gonna heal myself, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna regroup, I'm gonna go in silence, I'm gonna regroup, I'm gonna isolate, and I'm gonna focus on me and putting my energy towards me, as you should, okay? But someone's going to confront you because of this, okay? There's gonna be a wound that needs to be alchemized. Spirit, tell us this wound. Okay. Just came out like that. So commitment. There's a wound around a commitment, okay? To confront a wound from a commitment that we had. This could be a marriage that, you know, you were in. This could be a job, or this could be like a verbal commitment that you had, okay? It had to do with commitment, okay? And your spirit guides are going to be giving you information about this, okay? So follow your intuition so that way you can manifest your desired result, you know, to alchemize it, because this is a wound that can literally, you can transform this pain into power, okay? But you are healing from some kind of commitment, okay? And that's why you felt the need to isolate in order to heal yourself, okay? To go within, to, you know, pour all your energy into yourself, okay? And you're gonna be taking the actions, okay, to alchemize this. And, you know, diplomacy, again, is a big, big word this week. A big personality trait that we're going to have is being very, very diplomatic and bringing peace, okay, in order to bring healing to our relationship. So you're going to be healing from this. So that way, you know, This week, Venus goes into Leo, which means that we're going to be prompted to be very sociable with people that we have relationships with, okay, and to bring us more happiness. So essentially, you're getting out of this isolative state of being to heal yourself. Okay, you've healed. Okay, you went through that Ceres retrograde. You let go of the past attachments. Okay, you know to have boundaries with that Pallas retrograde. Okay, and now you're ready. You've been being very diligent in that Pluto retrograde energy of trying to, heighten your vibration, attracting, this high vibrational soul tribe. You don't want to be in isolation anymore. You want to interact with others of like mind and who are the same vibration frequency as you. You want, nobody truly wants to be alone, but being alone is better than being with people who are lower vibrational than you. Like people who don't have your best interest, people that want to hurt you, harm you, that want to make you feel less than, right? Being alone is definitely better than that. But when you heal yourself, you heal those wounds, you can be in alignment with being in good, healthy, happy relationships, okay, that are mutually beneficial, that won't make you feel some type of way about yourself, okay, that won't, degress your healing, okay. But then from July 13th to the 14th, we may receive messages that will have us feeling like not responding to the message. You may not want to be into it, okay? Because it drains our energy, as this is a karmic lesson where our consciousness and capacity are tested in regards to our self-worth, okay? Karmic lessons in regards to self-worth, and it's going to be brought about through some kind of message that we don't really want to partake in or respond to, okay? We will need to be diplomatic during these conversations, as our intuition will focus on how to bring peace to the relationship. So, Spirit, tell us about this karmic lesson in regards to our self-worth towards the end of this week. What is this karmic lesson towards the end of this week for the collective? You have the angels here to provide you with relaxation, happy times, and a consciousness of lack with the family tree, so expanding. And then we have, I'm going to show you the cards we got here. Okay. So, this karmic lesson, know that you're not alone. You're going to have the angels here, the divine beings that are here to help keep you in happy times, to telling you to rest during this time, okay? And essentially, this karmic lesson is going to be, like I said, around self-worth, but it's around a consciousness of lack. Whoever is coming towards you, so we have family and friends, they are in a consciousness of lack. But they also wanted you to be in a consciousness of lack. They wanted you to feel unloved. They wanted to make you feel unworthy of love, unworthy of having your needs met, unworthy of having wealth or being able to provide for yourself, really hating that independence you have, okay? Someone wanted you to be in some kind of consciousness of lack, okay? And whoever this is, they're upset at your ability to expand your legacy. So maybe you got married recently, or you are in a new happy, healthy relationship with someone, okay? Getting some kind of reward, or you're about to get into a relationship with someone, like with a divine counterpart, okay? But you're going to have some family or friend here that's going to come back with some kind of karmic lesson on self-worth that you're going to essentially spread your healing light on. Okay, you're not going to want to respond to these people. This is a karmic lesson on self-worth. These are people from your past that made you feel unworthy. They didn't want you to feel worthy in love. They definitely didn't want you to expand. They didn't want you to be in a relationship. They didn't want you to be with somebody who was good to you, that treated you right. Okay, they didn't want that. They wanted you to feel like you had this hole in your heart, and that was reflected also in your finances. Maybe you were poor or in poverty for a time. Okay, but just know essentially someone has beef with you or they want to come and talk to you. They're coming back around because they're still stuck in that consciousness of lack, reaping that karma. And they want to come to you because you were able to heal from it, and you were able to know your worth and know what you deserve. Deserve a happy, healthy relationship. You deserve to be with your divine level counterpart, okay? A twin flame, a soulmate, a high level soulmate, okay? There's karmic soulmates out there, and there's false twin flames, so don't get them confused, okay? Those are people who pretend to be your end-level soulmate or, a twin flame. But you have a family or friend here, or someone who disguised themselves as a friend, coming towards you because, they don't like that you were able to get in this relationship. They don't like that you're happy, that you're building a legacy for yourself and your family. They don't like that, okay? Just know that you're going to be diplomatic, and your intuition will be definitely heavily focused all this week on to be diplomatic. Okay, so July 8th, now we're getting down to the daily. Venus will sextile Uranus, Mercury sextiles Jupiter, and Mercury trines North Node. Okay, this is going to go also into the overall weekly energy. Okay, there's going to be that financial opportunity there, but that we are in a new period of initiating changes in order to reach our soul's purpose. There will also be an opportunity to lead and guide others to bring emotional healing to our relationships. However, we may struggle with the issue of expressing ourselves freely and in a practical way in order to bring stability. Again, like that's mimicked early in the week where you feel like you can't be your authentic self, okay? July 9th, Pluto will trine Lilith, and the moon will be in Virgo, and that's when Pallas stations direct, okay? We're undergoing a passionate transformation, bringing balance to our shadow in areas of dependency and external validation, standing firmly in our personal power, okay? So facing our shadows in areas of dependency, like codependency, not, like having that wound or fear of being codependent, or being able to express yourself freely without having to conform to others, okay? But also the external validation, not needing people's approval of you and what you do, okay? Our intuition will focus on how we can be more of service to others. However, we need to state our boundaries and speak our truth in order to revolutionize our lives, okay? So again, having those boundaries, we've learned it all through Pallas retrograde, but haven't stopped learning it, okay? That you need to state your boundaries and speak your truth. July 10th, Sun will trine Saturn. So this is a day where we are in a new period of karmic lessons that will present ideas on how to heal emotionally through mystical ways in our dreams and visions. Okay, so spend time in gratitude and let go of external concerns. Your struggle is coming to an end, okay? Whatever you've been struggling with whatever this karmic lesson is coming to an end. July 11th, Venus will be in Leo until August 5th of 2024. Again, this is like feeling more energetic, getting that energy returned to us, and crafting ways to be more social in our relationships in order to bring us more happiness, okay? Being very social, being very happy, being in that summertime energy, that Will Smith, summertime energy. Yeah, that, okay? That's what Venus and Leo is all about. But also, Venus will trine Neptune, and the moon will be in Libra. So our intuitive focus will be on bringing peace to a conflict in our relationships. Just know that the storm will pass as we are in a new period of being receptive to ideas, coming in mystical ways, of being more social and happy with others. So again, diplomacy. July 12th, Jupiter sextiles North Node, and Venus will be in opposition to Pluto, and Venus sextile Lilith. Okay, so new opportunities will be presented through socializing with others on new directions of invention and creation. Again, people sparking those wheels for us to give us more, to excite our creativity and to get us new pathways, okay? May bring us stress, however, will assist in balancing our shadow areas of self-acceptance and external validation. It'll provide us with the steps to take to reach our soul purpose, okay? So just look out for that. Again, if you don't have a dream journal, you need to get one. July 14th, so the end of the week, the moon will be in Scorpio, which Scorpio is the detriment sign of the moon. Spend time in restful yet receptive energy, being in that yin energy, okay? Rest, practice self-care, so that way you can be in that receptive energy, okay? So you can get the guidance, the intuitive guidance, but also your energy, the yin energy is receiving, being open to receiving, like abundance, blessings, things like that. So practice self-care as the energy will be disharmonious to focusing on anything that sparks our interest or being intimate with others. So all through the week, we're all about like being with others. We're wanting to be more social. We're wanting to come out of isolation. We feel ready to do that. We maybe met with some kind of karmic lesson, when it comes to self-worth, from people from our past who didn't feel we were worthy or deserving of something, and we healed that. And we got it, and now they're pissed, okay? But no, like I said, diplomacy is a big word for this week. You're going to be using your natural talents of diplomacy, okay? You're going to be utilizing that. You may, intuitively, you're going to know that talking with these individuals are draining. You're going to know, these could even be energy vampires, and if you think that's it, no response is the best response, and No response is a response. Being diplomatic could literally just be not responding, because when you accept a message, you are you're giving consent to an energetic exchange. And if you know these people are draining, keyword draining here, so if they're an energy vampire meant to elicit some kind of response out of you, there's somebody who likes to keep trying to poke a wound, or they trying to get a rise out of you, and you know that's their intention, don't respond. Like, no response is a response. It means, hey, you pathetic fuck, like, I'm not going to respond to you, I'm not giving you my attention, starve. Like, with narcissists and like emotionally manipulative people, starving them of attention is what you have to do. And it says family or people who didn't think that you were worthy of being with people who cared about you or who loved you. Fucking starve these people. No response is a response. And being diplomatic would be like, say if it got to the hurting and harming, it's like, and stating your boundaries, it's like getting a lawyer to send him a letter, being like, bitch, leave me alone. Dear so-and-so, so-and-so and the collective is stating that they never wish to hear, see, know of you ever again. Any further attempts to communicate with so-and-so from the collective will lead to legal and disciplinary actions. Diplomatic. Diplomacy, right? Like, dear so-and-so, if you keep contacting so-and-so, or if you show up outside their home, we will have to take legal action as follows, or something like that, you know, just be it out there. But yeah, like, I mean, that's diplomatic as well. You don't have to entertain people's bullshit. Just know that. Okay, so that goes into the chakra for this week, which is the third eye. Okay, the third eye chakra. Our third eye is where we record, obtain, send pictures, symbols, colors, and images that represent our reality, okay? The third eye isn't just going to be prevalent in this week. It's literally going to be prevalent the entire time that Saturn is in retrograde and Neptune is in retrograde, okay? Because it's all in Pisces. It's linked to our pituitary gland, which controls our I don't know why I struggle on this word, magnetite, okay, which controls hormones and endocrine functions. So it's linked to our pituitary gland, which controls our hormones and endocrine functions, okay? It works with our sacral chakra, our self-worth, okay, to enable manifesting when stimulated by an emotional desire. So that's what it's all about, guys. Like, keeping, you know, we're going to be provided with things, our intuition's going to be providing us with ideas in mystical ways through our sacral chakra on how we can manifest something, because we're healing some kind of emotional wound, so that way we can manifest what our desires are. Bingo. Provides the potential life paths and choices based on our self-image and deserving beliefs. Self-worth, the karmic lessons of self-worth, okay? So these people are coming around to see if you, the universe is letting these people, when I say come around, I mean like touch the surface. Be surface around you to see if you truly learn the lesson of self-worth, which could literally just be not replying to people who don't want you to have good potential life choices. They want you to self-sabotage. They want you to make terrible choices for yourself. They want you to have fear. They want you to, you know, feel guilt. They want you to feel shame. Things like that, okay? They want you to be low vibration. So they're going to come along and try to incite some kind of response from you, because, you know, they don't like the fact that you healing yourself has led to prosperity and abundance. Because they're like, what the fuck about me? Heal, and you will have what you want. Like, you are responsible for you. Heal. You have your own words. Each and every person has their own wounds. Each and every person, right? So, if our internal programs are loving, we will have life-enhancing future options. If they are negative, we will be self-destructive again. So the people that want to come around, that's karmic lessons, don't want you to have self-worth. They want you to have a self-destructive lifestyle. So again, boundaries. The yang function of this chakra is the ability to see and reach the future and providing the strategy. The yin function of this chakra is our self-image and perception. The soul communicates the desires for the future and what needs changed in order to reach it. Again, like we have that all throughout the week, you know, of initiating changes that we need to make in order to be further along in our soul purpose. Use the art of detachment, okay? That it doesn't belong to you. The situation, the experience doesn't belong to you. It's only an experience, okay? It's only an experience. It doesn't belong to you. It's not you. You are not a label of it, okay? Separate yourself from that. Dysfunctions of this chakra, like if it's out of alignment, you can have brain tumors, hemorrhages, strokes, neurological disturbances, blindness, deafness, full spine difficulties, seizures, and learning disabilities. Yikes. Okay. So, collective, I hope I was able to provide you some clarity and some guidance for this week. Like I said, keep those boundaries up, keep loving yourself. Take deep breaths. Like I said, you're not going to want to fight with people. And if you get to that point where only you know, in regards to your own situation. But when it comes to self-worth and karmic lessons, it's people who made you feel unworthy. So if you're being approached by someone from your past you've already let go of, and they want to come and, try to make you feel unworthy again, detach. No response is the best response. And if they won't leave you alone, then it's harassment. Then it's stalking. Those are criminal offenses. So, and you can get you a lawyer or whatever and send them a registered letter or something like that that says, bitch, leave me alone. In the legal jargon way, okay? Don't regress. Don't go back on your healing. Don't be prompted, okay? Because again, these people, this lesson is to see if this is subconscious healing where you are not triggered, where you are not prompted into behaving in a way that is not you and of your character, or that is not of your vibration. It's a test of healing, okay? All right, collective, thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for a brief little snippet of the Dark High Priestess and the Prophecy of the Queen of the Unseen. Bye, guys.